bad. Not bad at all.
If you're seriously considering going back out there, you should hear the rumours surrounding Bane.
I'm all ears.
There is a prison in a more ancient part of the world. A pit where men are thrown to suffer and die. But sometimes a man rises from the darkness. Sometimes the pit sends something back.
Bane.
Back.
Wisconsin. And Mr. Kaminsky can do it all there.
Yeah, he's going to really make Okafor go out on the floor and chase him because he's an inside-outside presence. That's a terrific matchup, Wisconsin and Duke. I think some players, we know about the great front court of Wisconsin. You take a look at Duke. I mean, amazing. Mike Krzyzewski only 10 wins shy of 1,000. Wisconsin's 7-0 for the second straight year. They do a phenomenal job with shot selection. Bo Ryan has been incredible over at Madison. That place will be electric.
It's part of our journey to the tourney presented by Sonic. There's what the drives Page can make. And always capable of making the outside shot. Pinson goes right into Woodbury and he blocks it. Utah goes after that.
You're afraid that if I go back out there, I'll fail.
I'm afraid that you want to.
Olive Garden's new northern tour of Italy. 3 decadent tastes on one plate. Discover velvety slopes of fettuccine alfredo, overlooking rich chicken lombardi, and hills of Asiago tortelloni, plus salad and breadsticks. Now available for a limited time at Olive Garden.
Nourished. Rescued. Protected.
You couldn't say, "I can't breathe."
If you really can't breathe,
If you really
can't
can't
say,
breathe.
I can't
What was he experiencing a constriction, a lessening of his airway? Absolutely, I believe that.
Do you think the police handled this appropriately?
You know, it's always Monday morning quarterbacking. Once you're making an arrest, you have the legal right to use whatever force is necessary and appropriate to take a person into custody. I heard some former guests saying, "Well, there was 6-on-1." This is not a fair fight. If you come with me peacefully with no resistance, you're not going to have. I'm not going to put my hands on you. Except to put the handcuffs on. In this case, he's a larger gentleman. Perhaps he was intimidating to the police officers. I don't know. I wasn't there. Are there other ways to handle it? Sure. They could have done a lot of different things. But here I am, months and months later, saying, "Well, what would I have done?"
Dan, you're a former NYPD police officer who said the tactics we see the officers using, particularly what appears to be the chokehold or strong arm hold or however you want to call it, were they justified in your opinion?
You know, Anderson, he brings up a very important point, David. This is not a distinction without a difference. The tracheal choke versus a carotid choke versus a headlock. It's not just a semantic game. They all have 3 very different outcomes. I bring this up for a reason. If it was a tracheal choke, which he's correct, is banned by most police departments, which would completely cut off any air by compressing the windpipe, that's deadly force. A carotid choke, which stops blood flow temporarily, would cause temporary incapacitation or unconsciousness. I bring that up because what it looks like if you watch the video in the beginning, and if you watch it closely, it doesn't look like that's what he's doing. It looks like the officer is trying a takedown, trying to take him down, that unquestionably turns into a choke on the ground. So I don't know if that played into the grand jury's decision, but trying to take him down from behind is justified, but the choke, although legal, is not an administrative policy the NYPD condones.
Right. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, but the NYPD outlawed basically or stopped training in any and told their police officers not to use any hold that restricted the windpipe back in the mid-90s.
Right, Anderson, the golden rule with the NYPD when I was there was basically stay away from the neck. It's not going to end well. They try to implement that, but keep in mind, it's not banned under all circumstances either. I've heard that put out a couple times as well. If you were in a deadly force scenario, which this wasn't, but if they were going for the gun and that's all you had to stop the person to choke. Then you can use it, but that wasn't in this case.
Right, very clearly. I mean, this was a quality of life crime, if there was a crime at all that's alleged to have taken place. I mean, could not they have just summoned the guy?
I don't know. I don't know why they decided to arrest rather than summons. I don't know, and I'm sure the grand jury does. But you know, to the point of why the NYPD banned chokeholds, they taught years ago. They taught approach from behind, put your nightstick across the windpipe, and pull. That is absolutely forbidden and banned. The carotid restraint, though, if it's properly applied, instead of just saying, well, listen, you can't go for the windpipe. The carotid restraint, DEA does it, every federal agency does it. You know, it's been used in judo since it became a sport in the 1880s. Literally,
but putting your arm around somebody's neck, which is what, you know, whether it was trying to take the guy down or not, that's not a carotid restraint.
No, I think it would have looked like he was going for a headlock, takedown, and as he rolled over, I think he got too much of his arm across the windpipe. There is zero chance that this officer wanted to choke Mr. Garner to death. Zero. I think the way they landed, I think unfortunately he had pressure on his windpipe. That's a hard. I mean,
and
what
pressure
a
on and pressure on
his chest, and he's asthmatic.
Right.
So once pressure goes on his chest, now you have a situation that it's doubly compounded. So it's an all.
Out of my way, kid. Because footlongs are the limousines of hot dogs. We're celebrating footlongs limo style.
That's right.
Man.
That's cool. I understand that they're really awesome and worth celebrating, but I wish we were in a limo. We're just sitting in the back of my car with a limo driver in the front.
Oh, he's not a limo driver.
Who is he?
I don't know. I thought you knew him.
No, I don't know him.
Cool. Mystery.
Pair a new cheesy bacon footlong or any of our 5 flavors with tots for $3.99. And treat yourself to a new waffle cone sundae. This is urinary tract infections, changes in urination, and runny nose. Need to lower your blood sugar? Ask your doctor about Farxiga. And visit our website to learn how you may be able to get every month free.
We dissect the first period of Blues Blackhawks. Plus, we'll update you on a showdown in St. Paul.
And then Santa's workers zapped it right to our house. And that's how they got it here.
So Santa has a transporter?
For the big stuff. And it's a teleporter.
Cool.
The magic of the season is here at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Show comes close. Fox Sports Live.
I put my heart and guts into this company.
Oh my gosh. You make me wanna say. You make me wanna say. Oh.
All this crispy chicken and ranch?
Just $1.29.
$1.29? Clear my calendar. I got a deal to close.
Just $1.29 for Wendy's Monterey Ranch Crispy Chicken. Our creamy ranch sauce meets crispy chicken and Monterey Jack cheese.
AC/DC is back with their new album, Rock or Bust, featuring Rock or Bust and Play Ball.
Now we're just looking for big bucks.
CNBC.
One shark is out. Damon has made an offer of $80,000 for a 70% stake and an annual salary for Rachel and Mackenzie. But he has also said that he will back out if they entertain anyone else's offer.
Let me talk to this guy. Damon, what if we did this? $40,000 each. I'll deal with the website side of it.
I don't think you've nailed down a salary. That's a broad range of salary.
Barbara, what do you think?
Rachel,
I
Mark
can't get a word in.
Mark just offered to come in half with me.
Hampton knows it's your most important video conference of the day.
Hi, buddy.
That's why the Wi-Fi and free hot breakfast are something as...
I would say margin of victory, but margin of the loss for them, Jim, has been 14.4 points. They force another turnover.
Minnesota's differential is 10.4, by the way.
Foul here is going to bring about a stoppage in play. We'll take a break as well. 2:53 to go here in the first half.
He's trying to coach against Tennessee in the NCAA tournament. His son was being operated on for a malignant tumor. There's a look at Patrick, tremendous young guy, Fran. And I'll tell you one thing, he and his buddy, Austin, can you believe this? He and his buddy both came down with cancer. His buddy has T-cell lymphoma. We send the best out to Austin Schrader, and certainly to Patrick, who's going to be a heck of a player. Patrick's cancer, by the way, is in remission, had a thyroid tumor.
On both sides.
More a game of droughts than runs.
Travis Trice, Valentine. Gets it back to Trice, 13 on the shot clock. Irish playing some tough D here. Shot clock down to 7. Trice in the lane, not there.
Well, he does a heck of a job, Matt Connaughton, coming back and helping on the glass.
What's going on with the lights?
It can't be.
What was that?
Oh, boy, you are in for a show tonight, son.
Sorry.
Put that thing away before you hurt yourself. Giddy, let's go. You, get in the car. It's running the back.
This afternoon, by early this evening, crowds began forming in Staten Island, up in Harlem, as I said, Union Square, spots around Midtown.
Off-duty 2, pull him in now. I'm gonna do what Jim Gordon never could.
What's that?
I'm gonna take down the Batman.
What do you know?
So what about the armed robbers?
One bike, come on. No hostage. Should we pursue?
Negative, stay on the Batman. He's getting away. Who you want to catch, huh? Some robber or the son of a bitch who killed Harvey Dent?
"8 years. He has to pick tonight. He's drawing the cops off bait.
Just wanted to keep clear of it, but keep it in sight.
And I said, I'm going to get on the radio and I'm going to call for some cars to come over here and you know, hopefully they'll see the same thing we are. And so I did.
Jefferson County Police Officer Joe Smolenski takes the call. Within moments, he too is tracking the same mysterious object. But up in the skies, the light doesn't stay visible for much longer.
And then all of a sudden, it just took off up and out, and it went very high, very fast. And we were flying along and then trying to see where it went, and then Kenny all of a sudden yells out, "Kenny, it's chasing us, it's chasing us."
We got you across the border. I'm not taking my children inside. We're done.
Fine. You three stay out here with the devil's rejects, have your own little Altamont.
It wasn't the deal.
No, the deal was that we stick together till Richie and I finish our deal.
You heard me, devil dogs and bad bitches. Come on in. We got pan dulce of every flavor for you. Any way you like it, with all the filling.
You're the birthday girl? Someone told me to give you this.
Well, what is it?
I know about Degrassi news.
Busted. Don't miss an all-new Degrassi Tuesday at 9 on Team Nick.
Today's Airhead moment is a cherry catastrophe.
Yo, where's my phone?
What is it?
What?
Charges Spencer's credit card every... Spencer canceled that credit card.
Oh, man. We lost iCarly.com.
All right. Just don't panic. Just buy it back.
Okay.
Hurry.
I am hurt. Someone else already bought it.
Who?
Somebody named...
Donald, shush.
First, I'm gonna get some magical sparkling dust. I always keep a bunch in my top hat. Now, to make the rubber ducky disappear, I sprinkle the sparkling dust as I say the magic words, Abracadabra.
Ooh.